Hi guy, welcome to my top 5 RPGs, possibly of all time. Now, what can I say about RPGs? I mean, this is my staple genre. This is the thing I always turn to. I mean, I just love the fact that you get drawn into a world with there's a good story. You have to go out on an adventure and explore, and you get involved, and then you meet characters, and you progress with them, and you see how they build and evolve over time. And as a genre, it's the thing I always return back to. I've always got them on handheld, mobile phones, everything over the years. Even used to sneak them in work where possible and play them. What can I say? But yes, it's been so difficult. I've been playing them for so long. It's so difficult to pick a top 5, but these are the ones that really stand out to me. Again, this is down to personal opinion, so I'm sure you've got something different. But let's start with number 5. It is Grandia 2 on the Sega Dreamcast. Still haven't had any experience with the first game. This one came along on the Dreamcast. I was dying for some sort of RPG at the time because I got this when it came out, and there was wasn't really served well. There was no Final Fantasy or anything like that for the DC, and this came along and it had the whole action battle type. I've never seen anything like it before, and it was just really responsive. And then you had the ability to skip fights. Up to now it was always random generated battles, and this one you could see the baddies running around on the field and then avoid them, just walk right past them. Absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And it was a fun story. It was all a bit religious towards the end, but with big mechs in and things, and then it had such a huge twist. I can't spoil it because it's actually worth playing to see, or at least maybe watching some. I don't know. It's a massive game, about a 40-hour game, but it had such a huge twist at the end, and I really liked it. But a lot of people aren't a fan of that part of it. But it depends on your taste. But at the time, it was very anime style story, and the way the characters were, everyone's falling in love, proper love triangle going on. But it worked really well, and I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the battle system as well. So worth picking up, guys. I think there's a Steam version now. Number 4. Again, I've lost a lot of time on, and it's Skyrim for the PC. Played this on the Xbox 360 to death, absolutely to death. God knows I've had several hundred hours worth on it, just absolutely loved it. And then I got the PC edition about a year ago, and I put it down to about what the 360 equivalent settings would be, and I couldn't believe how clunky and bad and everything was. And then when I put the HD edition on, with like all the mods and stuff, and it like looks like an almost modern style game. The improvements the mod community has done on that is amazing. I think I with the latest install I got it up to about 25 gigs worth with mods. That's just absolutely massive, but it's worth it. The way they expanded that world, and just as a game, it's just so well done. The story's fantastic. That whole thing when you first come up against, you're the Dragonborn, and you come up against the dragon and you bring it down and you kill it, and then you're drawing its soul, and it's that intense excitement of, oh my god, this is incredible. And then I know later on in the game obviously they become like, it's just second nature, and it's like, oh, just chop off another one's head, lop off that one's head, and what does it matter? But in the early few hours when you're going through that experience, it's just absolutely brilliant. Again, not something I'd really seen before, but wonderful game anyway. My third choice, this is a tough one, but I had to include it, is Skies of Arcadia. And funnily, it's a Dreamcast game. It doesn't have many RPGs, but it does where it counts. What can I say? This, as an RPG, it was your usual stuff of running around temples and buildings and land and islands and things. The whole world was set on islands but in the sky, and all the ships, it was like a pirate game. Everything's up in the sky. Very might well have just stuck it on the sea, but it was a whole thing of flying ships and flying fortresses and things. It was just a gorgeous world to look at, and the tech and everything, the way it all worked. But the whole thing, you go on your RPG bit and you go out and do all your random fights, which was a bit annoying because the random generator was like every few seconds, which is always a pain. You couldn't turn it off. They did fix it, I believe, for a GameCube re-release, which is much better because of it. But yeah, they could have done with that with the Dreamcast. But the whole thing, I mean, you get to go out and be a pirate and attack other ships and steal things, and then you have to build up your own pirate lair, which is basically an island with weapons on, and improve your ship, and then fight other pirates, and then fight an empire. And it was like Pirates the RPG, it was just absolutely fantastic. I just loved it to bits at the time. It just sadly it's a Sega game that never got a sequel. They're always talking about what Sega wanting to improve things and return back to the past and that, but they won't touch Skies of bloody Arcadia, and I wish they would. I wish they would. Anyway, moving on. This is number 2 is a tough one. I basically picked 2 of the longest played RPGs, and it is Baldurs Gate 1 and 2. Now, yes, they are separate games, but you can mod 1 so that it uses the same, like, the graphics are on par, I think, with 2, with all the effects on the PC. And then you can also set it so it's like it's drawn back, so it's more widescreen. You see the same view as you see in number 2, and because of that, I make the one huge game really because of this patch. But even separately, you know, they're still on par with one another. They're absolutely brilliant. It's Dungeons and Dragons done right. It's the whole Forgotten Realms things. You explore the world, you build up a character who is a child of a god. You get to see their development over time. Get to go on adventures and see major characters from the D&D universe. And it was just an awesome RPG. You had all this stuff, the characters were funny. I mean, there was Minsk with his space hamster. A barbarian that carried a hamster into battle. He was absolutely insane. There was some voice work in it, and he was one of the best voices. Go look him up. They recently released both on the iPad. They're quite expensive, and they're about 10 or 12 quid a pop, but you will get your value for the money out of them. Amazing game. So I could go on about that for hours. I mean, I did a run through a few years back on both, and I think I topped it out about 450 hours. 450 hours. And yes, I did all the add-ons as well, like Swords Coast and stuff, and whatever the werewolf one is, I forget now. But oh god, I just love them games to bits. Awesome, awesome stories. Anyway, moving on. My top all-time RPG. And I don't know why. This is the thing. And there has been, in a way, there's been better RPGs. Like Baldur's Gate, in a way, is better, but it just doesn't have that same emotional, heartfelt feeling for me. And it's probably because it was my first proper one, and it's Final Fantasy VII, and it's the death of the main one of the main characters, and the way you explore the world and stuff. And you know, I know there's all of the remaking that's going on in the background to this day, but what a game. Just what an absolutely wonderful game. The battle system works really well. And there's a lot of moaning these days that, oh, it's antiquated, you can't really go. Yes, you can. Go back and play it. It's actually really good. If you get the PS4 version, you can tap a button and speed it all up to 3 times the speed, so there's even less waiting. But as a world, the whole experience, it was convincing, and the art was fantastic. The main characters were awful to look at, right, because they were all horrible polygons and 3D, but when you went for the PC version released a couple of years later, which is I went for straight after the PlayStation 1, and I completed it on the PC several times, and it just looked fantastic because they redid all the character models. But again, even if you go back to it today, you can get a modded version of a retranslated script, so they fixed all the errors properly, got rid of all the dodgy stuff that was coming out before, and then you got better character models and stuff like that. And what a game, though! What a game. Anyway, that's my top 5 RPGs. I'm sure you've got a lot more you like. Maybe it's down to better stories or combat systems. By all means, post about them in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. Please look forward to another video soon.